So let's just now look at some chart functionality and a little bit more settings. So we first have the indicator library in the top left here. So if you left click on this indicator library, you're going to see all the different indicators that we have that you can scroll through. Or you can just type into the search bar what you're looking for. So for example, if I wanted to add in a daily simple moving average, I can type in the keyword, daily SMA pops up. And to add it to the charts, I can either double click or select add selected at the bottom, like this. And if I want to add multiple moving averages, all I have to do is add it multiple times to the chart. So maybe I want to add it 3 times. And then if I want to adjust the look back period for each one of them, maybe the first one, I want it to be an 8-day moving average. So at the bottom, you're going to see settings where you can adjust the parameters and then the style of your indicators. So for this moving average, I wanted to set it to 8. So I'm going to change the length to 8. And then maybe give this a blue color. And let's make it a little bit more thick. So 3. And then the second line, maybe I want it to be a 21-day moving average. And change this one to red. And the third one, maybe a 200-day moving average. And let's make this one purple. And let's also make these a little bit more easier to see. So let's give this a solid line. Let's give the 21 a solid line as well. And then for the 8-day moving average, we're going to give this one a line. All right, so now if I close out of the indicators library, you're going to see all the moving averages that we just added here. So the blue is the 8, red is the 21, and then the purple one is the 200-day moving average. Okay, so this might help you do like a mean reversion play. But let's add in a few more indicators just so everyone can see how easy it is to find and then add them to your charts. For example, if I want to add in volume, I'm going to go back into the indicators library, type in volume. Here it is in the center. I'm going to double click it, or you can do add selected at the bottom. Let's add in maybe a TTM squeeze. See if we have that. And then maybe a propulsion study. There we go. Let's exit out. So you may notice that the chart is looking very congested at the moment with all these indicators. So let's clean it up. At the moment, you're going to see that the TTM squeeze and the volume is becoming invasive of the candles, and we can't really even do technical analysis here. So you're going to see these vertical or horizontal lines here and here. This will allow you to adjust the width of your indicator. So if I drag it up and down, I can make this a little bit more narrow so that I can see the charts a little bit more clearly. Like that. If I want the volume to be in the candlestick charts, any subgraph that we have, any oscillator on your charts that shows this icon, for example, this one is volume, I can left click and drag this onto the main chart. So for example, if I left click on the volume and drag it here, you're going to notice that my cursor changed to a little gripping icon, and I can drag and drop it directly onto the charts like that. Now, if the candles are red and green and the volume bars are also red and green, it can be a little bit hard to distinguish because the colors are kind of overlapping each other. So what I can do is adjust the volume, go back into the indicators, find the volume indicator that we have here, and change the opacity down. Maybe like that. So this way is a little bit easier to see the volume on the charts with the candle still there. And then let's drag this TTM squeeze a little bit higher so it's easier to see as well. Like that. So if you want to combine any subgraph with the candles, the platform allows you to do so just by dragging directly onto the main chart and then just dropping it there.